today I am working a 360 event solo. There's going to be around 300 people here on Amazon, and it's doable. I got here, I have about 40, closer to 50 minutes to set up. And so I just wanted to show you guys that if you guys have a photo booth attendant, you can promote them to a photo booth director and have them set up by themselves, work an event for you by themselves. Now, if it's a event where it's going to be a bit more chaotic and not organized like a company would have, then maybe have two to help direct traffic. But here, Amazon, everyone's pretty cool, everything's pretty chill, and this is totally doable, especially if you have already experience and your setup is not too complex. Not too complex this time around, for the fact that we're not bringing out the fog machine. Most of my stuff here is going to be powered by power banks, which is a beautiful thing. My only concern is if you guys look up, we might get a few drops of rain, which is okay. I'll use those drops of rain to start wiping down these stanchions, making sure they are clean. Okay. A really quick tip of advice. So these right here, every time you guys are setting up at a new event, always put these back in place, because what's going to happen is that surface that you're on for this new event that you're at, their floor is going to be different. It's going to be completely different from your previous floor. So what I like doing is I'll go ahead and put all these back in place. That way, when I rest it right now on this asphalt, I'll know that I'm doing a really good job at evening this out as much as possible. So I started doing this a while back, but never really shared it on social media. But this is also another way that you guys can get real good, very, very smooth 360 video footage, okay? All right. Okay, we are all set up. I want to show you guys something on these lights, okay? These lights, they've been knocked down before, they're a little dented. I'm using the soft gel around them, and given the distance between this light and that booth, you guys want to really perfect this as much as possible. Now I'm using 5500 Kelvin just because it's really close to daylight, and then I can always change the temperature on the Snappic application right over there on the iPhone 16. Right now I have it at 15%. Now if this was a little bit closer, I'll probably put it at 10%. This one is further away, so I'm probably gonna have it close to 20%. I know you guys might be thinking, David, you are nuts, but reality is I want my production to be the very best in the game. And so what I've learned about the standard iPhone 16 is this: when you guys go onto your Snappic application and you guys go into the manual settings, this ISO right now is really low. It's currently at 66. Now when it gets dark later, what you guys will see is that this goes all the way up to like the thousands. And what happens is when this ISO goes up past 800, for example, you start getting the videos that are not as high quality. You get what's called a little bit of noise, little bit of grain is what folks use it. And your shutter speed right now is extremely fast. It's 0.002. Now, if you guys can find a sweet spot, try to keep your ISO during like the evening or night day events, but you have control of the light. Keep your ISO at 400. Right now we have daylight, so it's not relevant. But when you guys do indoor shoots and you guys have your own lighting, try to keep your ISO at 400. You'll thank me later. You'll see that the videos come out so much. I mean, think about this. Guys always ask me, dude, what camera are you using for your 360 video 360 video videos? I don't know what that means. But I'm always telling them it's a standard iPhone 16. So I'm using the standard iPhone 16 with my shutter speed between 0.008 and faster. This way I can get like some really clean footage, and it also helps with the frame rate when it gets slowed down. All right, I know this video is a little extensive, but because I want to put you guys on game, I figured I'd slow down and show you guys how important it is to play with your ISO, your shutter speed, and exposure. Now, if you drop your ISO really low and your video comes out a little dark and you don't have much more lighting to control, then you guys can add a little bit of exposure, but not too much, okay? Find the sweet spot.